Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be talking about how this could potentially be bad news for Grand Theft Auto Online's December 2020 DLC update. And it actually has nothing to do with anything that Rockstar has actually done, but it might make them change their plans a little bit. It's something we'll talk about all in this video today. So to begin, let's hear from Rockstar Games insider TezFunds2 on the GTA forum site, who ended up saying this the other day. If Rockstar's selection of the podium vehicles factors into a possible release window for the next update, then we may be looking at a possible release window no earlier than December 3rd. And that puts them in a tough spot dealing with Cyberpunk's 2077 new release date, which notably poses a threat to their financial strategy. It's obvious the basic rule of their strategy would be to lure in as many players as possible, new and returning players alike, as that's the focal point Rockstar focused on last year with their record-breaking holiday season. Rockstar is most likely looking forward to achieving another record-breaking holiday season with this, in quotes, biggest update ever coming this December. Yet if it's scheduled to release in the same week as this year's most anticipated game, I don't see them succeeding much, but I would give them the benefit of the doubt. To be fair, it's probably not that much big of a deal for them, and they would just release it whenever they like. All right, so we'll talk about what TezFunds2 said in a little bit, but we need to talk about the Cyberpunk 2077 news that you may or may not have heard the other day. And essentially what happened is CD Projekt Red, the developer of Cyberpunk 2077, announced this. They said, "Hey everyone, today we've decided to move the release date of Cyberpunk 2077 by 21 days. The new release date is December 10th. Most likely, there are many emotions and questions in your head, so first and foremost, please accept our humble apologies. The biggest challenge for us right now is shipping the game on current gen, next gen, and PC at the same time, which requires us to prepare and test 9 versions of it. Xbox One and X, compatibility of Series S and X, PS4 Pro, compatibility on PS5, PC, Stadia, while working from home. Since Cyberpunk 2077 evolved towards almost being a next-gen title somewhere along the way, we need to make sure that everything works well and every version runs smoothly. We're aware it may seem unrealistic when someone says that 21 days can make any difference in such a massive and complex game, but they really do. Some of you might also be wondering what these words mean in light of us saying we achieved Gold Master some time ago. Passing certification or going gold means the game is ready and can be completed and has all the content in it, but it doesn't mean we stopped working on it and raising the quality bar. On the contrary, this is the time where many improvements are being made, which will then be distributed via a Day Zero patch. This is the time period we undercalculated. We feel we have an amazing game on our hands and are willing to make every decision, even the hardest ones, if it ultimately leads you to getting a video game you'll fall in love with. Yours, Adam and Marcin." So that was the announcement they made. Long story short, new release date for this game is December 10th, 2020. So December 10th this year is on a Thursday, and what's interesting about that is when Rockstar have been doing their updates this year. It's also in the second week of December, which is traditionally when Rockstar have released December updates in the past. It's usually been on that second week, like the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 2 weeks before Christmas. It works out perfectly usually with Rockstar's timeline. So that was the announcement that came out the other day. And getting back to what insider TezFunds2 is saying is that now, because this is coming out right around the time when Rockstar's update would come out, that is some serious competition, because it's very true that Cyberpunk 2077 is very likely the most anticipated game of the year. I mean, this is a game that has been so hyped for years and years and years now, and it also is a direct Grand Theft Auto competitor. It's got that open world feel and vibe to it. So because of that, you're naturally going to get comparisons, and it's also going to draw people away from Grand Theft Auto Online. So again, getting back to what he said, it looks like because of how many podium vehicles we have left, it looks like the update will not come out before December 3rd, which I didn't think it would happen anyways. And now that leads them to compete with Cyberpunk 2077. Because as you guys might remember, last year, Rockstar did have a record-breaking holiday season, and they were very proud to announce that they had a record-breaking holiday season. In fact, they did so in a way that gave players like a ton of free money in Grand Theft Auto Online and in Red Dead Online as well, for all players to sort of celebrate the occasion. And this is when they also announced that there was going to be a lot of stuff coming in 2020. So I think that this is very important to Rockstar. Naturally, they're a business. They want to make a lot of money, but it's also a big deal for them to have a record-breaking holiday season. And now something has just happened that might directly impact their ability to have a record-breaking holiday season. Now, it'll be interesting to see if Rockstar responds to this, because their publisher and their parent company, Take-Two Interactive, they have an earnings call on Thursday, November 5th. So we're actually going to see that almost a week from today. So it'll be interesting to see if they talk about their plans potentially for the future of Grand Theft Auto Online, if those plans have been impacted by what Cyberpunk 2077 has done, and how they anticipate having a record-breaking season, and if they will have to give us more details sooner rather than later to sort of start hyping up for the December in GTA Online. Again, just some theories that Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive might end up doing here. Now, we also heard from Rockstar Games insider Tez Funds2 again, responding to another user who says, as for us customers, we're in a brilliant position. December is going to be brilliant. And he said Cyberpunk 2077's new release date is possibly just bad news to Rockstar's marketing department, as they specialize on this kind of matter, which in contrast is good news to us if it prompts them to adjust their marketing campaign a little bit. So that's what I was talking about earlier, is that because Rockstar now possibly has a direct competition to their December update, we might end up seeing more information on it earlier and earlier, which means Rockstar might have to start hyping it up and hyping it up and hyping it up. Because when there's no competition, they could just drop something, and because it's Rockstar, because it's GTA, everyone would play it. But when there's all these other games on the table that's potentially taking your attention away from what Rockstar has to offer, I think they need to do a better job of not playing the radio silent game and either releasing hints and clues in game or start telling us about what is going to be coming up. So needless to say, it'll be very interesting to see if Rockstar changes their plans, their marketing strategy, or even responds to this. I don't know if we'd see it directly from them or Take-Two Interactive. Again, this news did just come out within the last 24 hours, so it's not something I would expect them to be like, hey, today, this is what we're doing in December because this company did X, Y, and Z. In fact, in the past, we've seen Rockstar not even care what other companies are doing, releasing updates on the same day that other massive titles and DLCs have come out. So they're not afraid to compete, but when it does come to their bottom line at the end of the year in December, the most profitable time period, and with a game of this magnitude, I do think there's a potential that Rockstar could change their plans. So I would, of course, love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about this news regarding Rockstar, Cyberpunk 2077, its impact on the Grand Theft Auto Online DLC this December. Let me know what you guys are thinking in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and Red Dead Redemption videos that I'm doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.